This priest, who has lived for 91 years, performed 100,000 exorcism rituals throughout his life. Only this time did I miss out and hit the road. The story unfolds from an exorcism ceremony. Look at the man possessed by a demon. The priest is obviously already commonplace. He took out the Holy Cross token. Men's consciousness is instantly controlled. At this moment, a black pig was brought in. The demon began to become manic and restless. Watching the black pig roar, he also became extremely painful. At the moment when black pig was shot, the devil also dissipated along with him. Are demons still afraid of pigs? The priest's deeds were soon discovered by the Vatican Church because a little boy was possessed by a demon in the church.
You're all going to die.
The boy called to see Father Amos. No matter how many exorcists go in, the ending was very tragic.
Fucking priest!
When Amos arrives, the boy said a word to save face.
Your prayers are worthless here.
The priest quickly took out the cross token, control of watching spirit. A pair of erect pupils unexpectedly appeared in the boy's eyes. This is the most terrifying demon he has ever seen since exorcism.
Who are you? Your worst fear. I am your demise. Why are you possessing this boy? Because it feels so good to ruin such innocent flesh. But I prefer the challenge of an exorcist soul. What is your purpose? I'm here for you. Did you allow that?
He not only ignored the existence of the priest, it's more about understanding his past background. It seems that everything is within his plan. Then the boy began to cough violently, and then he spat out a blood-red little bird. The first encounter with the priest was a complete failure. He panicked and retreated out. But this huge conspiracy was set up for him. When the priest appears for the second time, I believe I am fully prepared. But the light suddenly goes out the next second. The girl he least wanted to see suddenly appeared. Although I know this is a demon playing tricks, but I didn't expect his magic to be so powerful. Not only can it directly strike the fragile side of the priest, even the fact that the accompanying attendants were engaged in prostitution was discovered. The second round of confrontation still ended in failure. After the priest leaves, Thomas came alone to the boy's room, unexpectedly trying to hurt the killer. The sleeping widow suddenly had an extra man's arm on her bed. This makes women who have been widowed for a year a bit uncomfortable. The next moment, cover her mouth with your arm. Slowly dragged towards hell. The priest in the next room is still studying her son. Unexpectedly, half of my ear was bitten off directly.
No one's getting out of here alive.
The sister hiding next to her also heard the sound. Next second possible. It seems that the devil doesn't want anyone to leave. At this moment, the only exorcist is studying the source of the demon. He lit his handkerchief and went down. Unexpectedly, in response to him, it was hellfire. The priest who heard the noise also rushed back, pulled back the woman the moment she disappeared. Then the two of them found a cave along the location of the mine. At the moment when the priest smashed the hole, the demon inside the boy also sensed. They came to a secret room. Inside, look at dozens of corpses. Obviously, this is a failed exorcism scene. Continuously delving deeper as you watch, finally saw the imprisoned demon. He was once the greatest exorcist, but often walking by the river ultimately leads to a path. At this moment, the widow outside woke up, but I found out my daughter was missing. She took a shot of sedative to defend herself, and then came to my son's room. My daughter is playing with Xiao Shui like she is possessed by a demon. All the language and actions of the two are consistent. Obviously, she has also been possessed by demons.
What's in your hand, Mommy?
Amy, come here right now.
What's in your hand, Mommy?
The widow tugged at her daughter. Angry son is just a glance. Mom just flew backwards and got out. Even my sister is under control. Her head turned directly behind her back. At the moment the priest found the Bible, the demon appears in extreme pain. Amy picked up the sedative. I took the opportunity to penetrate it. That's how we barely managed to avoid a disaster. After reading the classics, the two finally learned everything. Originally, the demon's hostility lured the powerful exorcist here, taking the opportunity to take away their physical bodies, destroying the Holy See through the method of strong alliance. This also made the two of them aware of their weaknesses. That's the confession in my heart. The priest made a momentary mistake, letting a deranged girl lose her life. I didn't know until the moment of death. She was not possessed by demons, and Thomas's sin was prostitution. He fell in love with a prostitute. After repenting, the two returned to the ground. I feel like I'm good again. Decided to exorcise the boy, but at this moment, the demon has become incredibly powerful. Unexpectedly, the exorcist exorcised the demon. Instead, driven by demons? First, my sister was possessed. She climbed up the wall like a gecko, and then mistreating my own mother. The priest was also mysteriously suspended in mid-air. Even the priest couldn't escape the claws. When the devil puts all his energy into the priest, the other few people have also come to their senses, but the priest was miserable.
Your soul is mine.
The possessed priest, wanting to end one's life with the ultimate reason. But how could the devil easily let him go? As he gradually lost his sanity, he came to the depths of the mind. At this moment, the Virgin Mary floated out, but the next second she turned into a demon. The priest was also completely taken away. The accompanying pastor came over, but I saw the priest already sitting on the throne.
God is not here.
Where two of you gather in my name.
With Thomas singing, the priest seems to have regained a trace of reason. He slowly drifted up. The surrounding altars were also activated. At this moment, the priest is in extreme pain, although he drove away the demon, but she showed her true identity. Thomas was instantly knocked away, and then writing on the priest's body, wanting to take it away again. The coffin next to it was also opened. The prostitute Thomas was in love with unexpectedly appeared. He was thrown out without any fighting power. In times of crisis, he took out a sacred ring and pressed it on the woman's head, and then she was fried into meat paste. Even the priest needs to be cool. Thomas picked up the cross and threw it over. Even demons cannot resist the power of God. Under the burning fire of hell, she no longer has resistance. Slowly dragged down. After all, humans have overcome evil. The priest once again completed the